Satan's trying to rob you of your joy. He's trying to rob you of your joy. He has been your whole life, especially when you became reborn. You probably noticed that you were trying to save everybody in the beginning because you found life, you found God, and you were trying to get other people to find God, and they wouldn't accept it. And eventually you might have lost hope. You might have lost some joy in all of that. But we give it to God and we move on, right? Satan's been trying to rob us of our joy through our old friends, through our friends of the past, trying to get us to be people pleasers. They've always wanted us to go out with them, and eventually as we were getting closer to God, it became more draining. And these people were like, oh, you gotta live a little, you gotta have some fun. Don't be so uptight. It's like, no, my joy is in communion with God, in peace. I have joy and peace, right? You've learned that these people that you've always been around, you've been transformed and you're not like them. You don't share the same love for God. And these people can be used to rob you of your joy. And even more so, they can turn on you. They can try to sabotage your life. They can slander you, mock you. So we're becoming aware that Satan is hard at work, and he'll do whatever he can. He'll do whatever he can through these people, and he'll try to get into your mind through these people and make you sad and doubtful, and he's trying anything possible to make you forget that God is with you every moment of your life, right? You try to save everyone, they turn it and twist it, make you out to be the bad guy. I'm looking at this little whiteboard here. You've probably realized that the religious people that you were once wanting to have fellowship with are not loving Jesus the way that you are, so you feel like an outcast. You might want true fellowship, but you don't know of anyone that really walks with God the way that you do. So Satan's trying to rob your joy of that. It's like God is all we need. Jesus is all we need. Fellowship with him and with our like-minded brothers, who this platform has become a blessing, because it's like we're all scattered around the earth, and everyone in my surroundings, if they believe in God, they're religious. They're over religious. And it's just like a weekly thing. And maybe they, I feel like even if they can even be well indoctrinated by the Bible, maybe that wasn't the right word. They can be well versed and still not be walking with Jesus the way that you are. You're just widely misunderstood. Being slandered, mocked, financially sabotaged by the people in your life, by those that you love. Satan Satan wants us to, just not overcome that, to not have joy through that. But we can have joy through that, knowing that God is allowing all of this, to make fools of the people that think they're trying to get one over on us. Like, it's all written out, right? We have joy in knowing that God has a plan to prosper us, right? To give us all that our hearts desire. To make the enemy our footstool. We do have joy. We have joy in His presence. We're watching the world grow rapidly in vanity and sexual wickedness. It can be hard to get away from. You see it everywhere when you go outside. We're hoping and praying on the Lord that He returns quick, right? Having joy with Him, being the light, being able to be in the world but not of the world, learning how to not be bothered, not be shaken, and to have victory over those that are in darkness. I often, I get sad thinking about my nephew having to grow up in this world of darkness. All of just every aspect of this world, being wicked. And it makes me sad. It makes me tear up sometimes, because no one in his life walks with God, and he's a good kid, and I hope and pray for him, but I can't sit around in misery, thinking of the worst. I gotta have joy and hope and love and compassion, Can't let Satan get into my mind and rob me of my joy. All right, I want to read something real quick here. It's a good read. It's not very long. Stay ever so close to me, and you will not deviate from the path I have prepared for you. This is the most efficient way to stay on track. It is the most enjoyable way. Men tend to multiply duties in their observance of religion. This practice enables them to give me money, time, and work without yielding up to me what I desire most, their hearts. Rules can be observed mechanically. Once they become habitual, they can be followed with minimal effort and almost no thought. These habit-forming rules provide a false sense of security, lulling the soul into a comatose condition. What I search for in my children is an awakened soul that thrills to the joy of my presence. I created mankind to glorify me and enjoy me forever. I provide the joy. Your part is to glorify me by living close to me. Amen. I am with you in all that you do, even in the most menial task. I am always aware of you, concerned with every detail of your life. Nothing escapes my notice, not even the number of hairs on your head. However, your awareness of my presence falters and flickers. As a result, your life experience feels fragmented. When your focus is broad enough to include me in your thoughts, you feel safe and complete. When your perception narrows so that problems or details fill your consciousness, you feel empty and incomplete. Learn to look steadily at me in all your moments. in all your circumstances. Though the world is unstable and in flux, you can experience continuity through your uninterrupted awareness of my presence. Fix your gaze upon what is unseen, even as the visible world parades before your eyes. Amen. All right, guys. Satan wants to rob you of your joy, but we have joy in God's presence. All right. I love you all. Stay tuned, and God bless.